Hello, this is Fiakari, your Friday host for Pagan Perspective, with a little discussion today about superstition. So, superstition. This is an interesting topic because, what is superstition? Basically, superstition is somebody else's religion. So, and that's what the word superstition, it comes from the Greek, which phrase for standing over, which is talking about things like standing over a grave or the death and the spiritual realm. Basically, it's a credulous belief in something that defies science and reason and all that. So, if you're at all religious, you're by definition superstitious because you have faith, you have belief in something that science cannot prove, that defies reason, what have you. If you believe in magic, that's a superstition. I'm sorry, it is. So, yeah, I'm superstitious. Some of the Greek historians talking about the Celts talked about how superstitious they were. They were incredibly superstitious. But it's come to mean, over time, it's been associated with a very specific, it seems to me, very specific set of beliefs that are called superstitious, like nothing else is. So we're willing to call fear of a black cat crossing your path, or giving you bad luck, or walking under a ladder giving you bad luck, or opening an umbrella indoors giving you bad luck, but not things like numerology being a superstition, or astrology being a superstition. So it's very odd how we've categorized things, and that's been sort of a mindset from all the way back from early Christianity. Basically, anything that belonged to a pagan religion was considered superstitious. If it wasn't Christian, it was superstitious. So, yeah, we are, by being pagans, we are, by many people's definitions, extremely superstitious, just right off the bat. Even though, as far as I can tell, they're just as superstitious as we are. Like I said, any belief in the supernatural, any faith in any religion is, by definition, superstitious. So, and I believe that all of these things that we call superstitions originally come from some kind of spiritual / religious belief system, that they're basically the vestiges of these folk belief systems. Folk and pagan basically means the same thing. Pagan being a word meaning being villager, someone who lives out in the sticks. It's like, oh, pagan. That's those are those folk people. Those folk that have all those cute folk beliefs. So again, superstitious pagans, peasants who live out there, are not civilized like we city people. So anyway, but I think that a lot of these, and probably all of them, stem from some sort of spiritual understanding of the cosmos and how the cosmos works. I don't know exactly how all of them fit in, but I can imagine that fear of the number 13, for example, trichodecaphobia, is related to some sort of cosmological understanding of numerology, that 13 is an unlucky number, for a variety of reasons. I have no idea where things like walking under a ladder comes from, but my guess is that it could be traced back to something that was a sincerely held spiritual, what we consider religious belief. And I can give you an example of one that I definitely know of, and that is it's considered lucky to throw a coin into a fountain. And so, I mean, fountains everywhere, even in the United States, are filled with coins, and it's expected. It's like tradition. It's custom. You toss a coin in for good luck. Wishing well. You make a wish. Where does that come from? Well, it seems to me that is the vestige or survival of the ancient practice, an ancient belief that wells were deeply spiritual, that there was a spirit living in the well, a god or goddess of the well, and that made that well sacred, that the water from certain wells were blessed, and that wells had a sacred place. And so this was an extremely condensed ritual. You make an offering to the spirits, the god or goddess of that well, and you expect something in return. And this is how a lot of Celtic Reconstructionists build their rituals. We make offerings and we ask for something in return. That we have this contractual kind of relationship with with our deities, that there's an idea of reciprocity. So you get good luck from a well or from a fountain by tossing a coin in, because you're making an offering to the spirits that reside therein, and you're expecting something good in return. At the very least, expecting them to not mess with you. So you have a lot of traditions in the Celtic world. Things that are bad luck, they're bad luck because if you do them, the spirits are going to mess with you, or if you don't do them, the spirits are going to mess with you. A lot of spirits mess with us all the time is basically the idea, and we have to appease them and keep them happy to kind of keep things going. So in Celtic Reconstructionism, studying the what we now consider superstitions, the folk, the wives' tales, the folk remedies, all that is actually part of our practice, because we feel that they embody some of the elements of ancient Celtic understanding that's survived to this day. So to understand or to get an insight into the Celtic mindset, we study these various surviving folk traditions and superstitions. So superstition is an important part of my religious practice, and that's that's what all superstition is. It's what's left of ancient religious practices in many cases. So yeah, I'm superstitious and proud of it. So anyway, enjoy your superstitions, and don't take yourself so seriously. If you have a religion, you're superstitious. So it's don't go around saying, "Oh, that's superstitious. It's not good like my religion is." I'm sorry, no, it doesn't work that way. So embrace your superstitions. It's what makes us human. So, thank you.